Hello everybody, Internet back again in another video. Alright guys, we had 128 players when this Wimbledon started 10 days ago. Now we have only 8 left men standing. We are on the quarterfinal stages. 2 quarterfinal matches will be played on Tuesday and 2 quarterfinal matches will be played on Wednesday. And I'm here to preview these 4 quarterfinal matches. What do I think? Who do I believe will win? Etc, etc. Right, let's start with Norrie versus David Goffin. Two players that not many people has talked about. David Goffin, I personally didn't had him on my radar. I was not thinking about him to make it to quarterfinal. I thought that Tiafoe or maybe Hugo Humbert will make it to this stage at the quarterfinal. Neither of them did that. It was instead David Goffin who took that quarterfinal spot against David Goffin, who defeated both Tiafoe and Hugo Humbert. David Goffin, who was actually down 2-1 down against Tiafoe, but turned that match around and won it in 5 sets. Very strong performance from him. So he has gone little under the radar. Against Norrie. Norrie, who has had actually really great year, won a couple of tournaments this year. David Goffin has actually not been doing much noise the last couple of, say, 12-15 months. But he has for sure done a great run here at Wimbledon. The head-to-head between these two guys is 1-0 to Norrie. So they have faced each other only one time in the past, and Norrie won that battle. Who do I believe will win this one? Look, David Goffin has surprised many of us. That he defeated Hugo Humbert was not a big shock. It was not. Hugo Humbert has not shown any great tennis result last couple of, say, 1 year. Since he won Halle last year, Hugo Humbert has more or less been out of the picture. So, but when David Goffin defeated Tiafoe, Tiafoe is pretty decent grass court player. David Goffin took him out in 5 sets. So, David Goffin has surprised many of us with his quarterfinal run, probably. Can he surprise? Can he take one step forward here and win his quarterfinal match and defeat Norrie? The match is a toss-up. It can go either way, but I will give Norrie my slightest edge. I think Norrie takes this one in 5 sets. That was the one quarterfinal match. Then the other one we have on Tuesday as well. It was between Djokovic and Sinner. Sinner, who is a light version of Novak Djokovic, but much slower. Sinner has a great backhand, as Novak Djokovic has pretty solid returns. Not as great returns as Novak, of course, but solid return. Plays close to the baseline, takes the ball early. He plays fast tennis. He's a clean ball striker, a la Novak Djokovic. So Sinner reminds me a lot about Novak Djokovic, but of course much worse. So he's a light version of Novak Djokovic. They have faced each other only one time. Novak has won that match. So that is 1-0 to Novak Djokovic. Novak for me is the man to beat. He has been the man to beat since the first day this Wimbledon tournament started. And I will not change my mind here. I think Novak will be too strong, too consistent. Novak is a better server than Sinner. Novak is a better returner than Sinner. Novak has also better backhand than Sinner, in my opinion. Novak's backhand is not as lethal like it used to be, but it still is very consistent shot. Novak takes the ball early, he hugs the baseline, so he will try to take all the time away from Sinner. So Novak will not give Sinner a lot of free gifts like Carlos Alcaraz did in the 4th round, that's for sure. So Novak will make Sinner's life much tougher than what Carlos did. So this will be a tough matchup for Jannik Sinner. It will be like this match will feel for me like the older brother is facing the little brother, because they have similar game styles according to me. So who will win? I think the older brother will win, and that is Novak Djokovic. I think Novak takes this one in 4 sets. So That was the Tuesday's quarterfinal matches. Now we have the Wednesday's quarterfinal matches. Nick Kyrgios versus Christian Garin. Nick Kyrgios, the drama queen against Christian Garin, the clay court specialist. Christian Garin, who has won 5 titles, if I'm not mistaken, all of those 5 titles has been on clay. So Christian Garin is a clay court specialist who has done his deepest run at Wimbledon in his career. He has never been in a quarterfinal at Wimbledon ever before. Christian Garin, who won a 5-set epic battle against Alex de Minaur, where he came down from love 2 sets down, and he turned that match around and won it 3-2 in the end, and won, I believe, the super tiebreak 10-6, if I'm not mistaken. A huge achievement from Christian Garin, who Alex de Minaur did a good match. He's a speed demon, Alex de Minaur, and he just runs in every single ball. He's lighting fast. Christian Garin took him out. Christian Garin was hitting the ball really heavy, especially from his forehand side. Christian Garin's weakness is his backhand. If you want to hurt him, you need to go attack his backhand. But he did a strong performance against Alex de Minaur, and like I said, turned that match around after being 2-0 down, and won the match 3-2. Nick Kyrgios, the drama queen of Wimbledon, he has done a good run. He has won 4 matches. We all know what Nick Kyrgios can bring to the table. He has all the shots in the tool. Big forehand, big serve, solid backhand, solid returns. He's not any speed demon. He's definitely not lighting fast. And that, I think, Christian Garin will try to take big advantage of. I actually saw Nick Kyrgios' match in the 4th round against Brandon Nashikima, and a typical Nick Kyrgios match. He can go play beast mode level, and then all of a sudden he can play horrible mode level. You never know where he is. He's so unpredictable. Like that 4th set, that last game. He tanked that last game in the 4th set. You don't see many other players doing things like Nick Kyrgios does. He was not interested to play that 4th set. He tanked it. He said to himself, this 4th set is over. I'm going to try to save all my energy for the 5th set, which he did. He won that 5th set against Brandon Nashikima 6-2. All in all, a good performance from Nick Kyrgios, 79 winners and 42 unforced. He does 37 more winners than unforced. 35 aces, but he lost 2 sets against Brandon Nakashima. So I think that Nick Kyrgios will have a huge tough match against Christian Garin. Christian Garin is not Brandon Nashikima. Christian Garin, he will not beat himself. He's a fighter out there. He has a pretty good forehand, pretty good, solid serve, good from a baseline. He doesn't do a lot of unforced errors, Christian Garin. So I believe that I usually never have right in all 4 predictions when it comes to quarterfinal matches. Historically, I in my predictions, mostly where I am right, it is mostly in semifinals, mostly all the times, and the finals, Grand Slam finals. Quarterfinals, I always have 1 or 2 wrong. So I think if I get some wrong in my 4 predictions in the quarterfinal matches, I think it can be this one between Nick Kyrgios and Christian Garin. I have Nick Kyrgios winning this match, but I'm not confident at all. Not at all. I don't trust Nick Kyrgios' level. He's too much up and down. It's like a roller coaster. I know that he can play beast mode level tennis, but I also know that he can play horrible mode level tennis. He's not reliable whatsoever. We all expecting a blockbuster semi-final match between Nick Kyrgios and Rafael Nadal, but I'm not that super confident that Nick Kyrgios will be in that semi-final. But I will pick him I will give him my slightest edge. I will say that he will come through in 5 sets. And then the last quarterfinal match is between Rafael Nadal and Taylor Fritz. By the way, Nick Kyrgios and Christian Garin have never faced each other before, so that is 0-0. The last quarterfinal matches between Rafa Nadal and Taylor Fritz. They faced each other earlier this year in the Indian Wells final, where Taylor Fritz won in straight sets. Taylor Fritz, who has been gone under the radar, he has shown some really great grass court tennis. He won a small 250 class tournament on grass before Wimbledon started. No, not many people have talked about him. I barely heard anyone talk about Taylor Fritz. He has gone really under the radar. He has won his 4 matches with great grass court performances. The head-to-head between Taylor Fritz and Rafa Nadal is 1-1. So they have 1 victory each. Last time they faced each other was like I said in that Indian Wells final, where Rafa Nadal had some kind of health issues. But you know me, guys. As long as you play tennis and as long as I don't see huge signs, I will never come with excuses. I'm not any fangirl to any of the players out there on the tour. I don't care what their names are. Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, you name it. I don't never come with excuses. Rafa Nadal lost that match against Taylor Fritz. Yeah, he was not 100% healthy, but he was on the court. He played the first ball to the last point, and he lost in straight sets. I don't think Rafa Nadal will have an easy time against Taylor Fritz. I saw Rafa Nadal's match against that Dutch player. That Dutch player was horrible, guys. For God's sakes, Rafa Nadal served 48% first serves in that second set, and despite that, he won that second set 6-2. Good performance from Rafa Nadal. I'm not taking anything away from Rafa's performance. He did 29 winners and only 17 unforced errors. So he does 12 more winners than unforced errors against that Dutch guy. But that Dutch guy, I don't know how that dude has won for 3 matches at Wimbledon. I was not impressed from that Dutch guy's level whatsoever. Rafa Nadal will not have that kind of a walk in the park victory against Taylor Fritz. I will be surprised if Rafa Nadal steamrolls Taylor Fritz like he more or less did against the Dutch guy. Come on. That Dutch guy, 6-4, 6-2, 7-6. The Rafa's numbers in that victory against the Dutch guy. 6-4 the first set, 6-2 the second, 7-6 the third. The only time the Dutch guy really challenged Rafa Nadal and raised his level was in the third set. Despite that, the Dutch guy was never in London. He was probably in Amsterdam somewhere in his capital city, in his home country. He was not in London in those first 2 sets. At least not according to me. I was not impressed with the Dutch guy's level whatsoever, especially not with his horrible returns. Come on, Rafa served in the second set, 48% first serves in. And Rafa, despite that, wins the second set 6-2. You are getting my point. Anyway, against Taylor Fritz, Rafa Nadal will have a much bigger challenge. Taylor Fritz has a great backhand. And you know, guys, you need to have a great backhand to have chances against Rafa Nadal. Because Rafa Nadal loves attacking his opponent's backhand side. And Taylor Fritz has a really great, solid backhand. He has a great serve. His forehand is good as well. He's not a speed demon, Taylor Fritz. So Rafa Nadal will try to take advantage of that and try to move Taylor Fritz from side to side and try to take his legs out in the match. And because let's face it, Taylor Fritz's biggest weakness as a tennis player is probably he's not any speed demon on the court. But other than that, he has good forehand, great backhand, solid returns, great serve. So I think that Taylor Fritz will challenge Rafa Nadal big times in the quarterfinal. I think Taylor Fritz will be Rafa Nadal's biggest test so far at Wimbledon. All the other 4 opponents that Rafa Nadal has faced at Wimbledon so far, they have been jokes, guys. All 4 of them. I'm just honest, guys. I'm not here to send and to tell you any lies. Those first 4 opponents Rafa Nadal has faced, they have been completely jokes. Taylor Fritz will be Rafa Nadal's biggest and first test at Wimbledon 2022. We will see where Rafa Nadal stands with this level in this match. But I will go with Rafa Nadal. I have said Rafa Nadal will make it to the final from the first day that Wimbledon started. I will not change my mind here. So I think Rafa Nadal takes out Taylor Fritz in 4 sets. Maybe possibly 5, but most likely 4 sets. So I think that the semi-final matches will be between Novak Djokovic and Cam Norrie on the top section of the draw, and on the bottom section of the draw will be between Rafa Nadal and Nick Kyrgios. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, see you next time. Peace.